Well, I'm gonna have to rethink everything about this, which sucks, because I spend a lot of time thinking, but I don't think it's gonna work. What's up, guys? John from Old Redding Farm here in my dirty Old Redding Farm shirt. I am here to look at our emu house, which I started in our last video. And this is what I have so far. And you know, I've been saving this piece and this piece I milled months ago, and I've been saving specifically for this job because I wanted to build it the same way that I built the alpaca barn that's over there somewhere, which we'll go take a look at in a second. But so my plan was, you know, I sort of build this wood slab base for the house, and then I sort of do a pole barn type structure where I just have like 4x4 sitting right there with a 2x4 basically holding it in place. But I don't think that's going to work here anymore because of how graded the land is. So I don't know if you can see, but like this piece right here is almost 2 feet off the ground, and that's just not good. You know, while and the emus are here. Say hello, emus. Emus, by the way, I do apologize if I say the word emu incorrectly. I am but a dumb American, and I say it kind of how I say it. So I know that the proper pronunciation is emu, like a cat mews, meows, e-meow. So our e-meows here, no, I'm just kidding. To all our Australian friends who watch our videos, we love that you watch our videos, and I apologize that I pronounce it incorrectly, but I'm going to continue pronouncing incorrectly. Anyway, so, you know, this slab is just too far off the ground to really make it worthwhile. And so I'm going through my head and I'm just sort of thinking like what other ways I could use, what other ways I could build this. So I'm actually going to take a walk the back way to our alpaca barn and show you sort of how we built that. And like, I think it's going to take a lot more time because I've built things a whole bunch of different ways. You know, I've done a previous alpaca barn like this with the slabs and then putting the posts directly on top of that. I've done traditional stick framing, you know, all kinds of stuff. So, you know, I guess I could do sort of traditional stick framing with this. And I guess the other thing is I wanted to avoid having to build a floor because that just takes so much more time and so much more lumber. But I'm wondering if that's the move because of where I'm building it. Man. Neighbor's building a 5,000 square feet house right on our property line. Almost done. Hope they're ready for some roosters. All right, so we are now on the other side of our alpaca pasture. So we'll just come on in here. All right. And so let me show you how we built this guy. So you can see it was a very similar layout. So we have the slabs along the bottom, and you can see they're like 4 or 5 inch slabs. So plenty thick and strong. And then instead of traditional stick framing, we sort of did a modified post and beam where, so this is a 4x4 post right here that's basically just sitting right on the slab. And now this slab is completely level all the way across so that I knew that I could cut my posts to be a specific height and they would all match up. And I spent a lot of time making sure all of these slabs were level. And then, you know, it really simplifies the building process because instead of a traditional framing where there's 2x4 studs every 16 or 24 inches, there's just, I think there's a total of 8 posts. Just 3, 6, 8. Yeah, so there's really just 8 posts, and then you have some 2x4s that go across. Sheathing gets attached to the 2x4s, and the whole thing is really structurally sound. And it generally just goes up quicker if you can make it happen. And, but so the problem is, you know, even with all of these, even with the height difference in here, it's only a little bit. And I guess, you know, the emus are going to be way back in there, and I guess trying to get that amount of wood chips back there to sort of level out the ground. Although looking at this, it's not that much different. I guess the only difference I'm actually looking at is that I'm wondering if I need this side. Because this one is actually 12 by 16 because we have, you know, all of the alpacas, and the alpacas need a lot of space. And now from what I understand, the emus aren't even going to go in their shelter. We really just need to give them something in case the weather's like ridiculously bad, or if for some reason we need to segregate them or whatever. You know, we need to have something for them. But so maybe I thought there was less of a grade over here, but it looks like there's just as much. So maybe I just need to spend some more time getting that settled. And maybe I actually don't need to rethink everything. So if you watched our past couple of videos, you know that we're down to 5 males for now. So we have Carl, Felix, Winston, Waffle, Glacier's enjoying the sun in the back there. And we're actually looking at potentially getting a new male along with some other females, because I got a discretionary budget for some stuff, and so Catherine also gets a discretionary budget, and she might want to get some new alpacas. And so we're looking at these alpacas from Rosehaven Farms up in upstate New York. That's where we got 2 of our ladies from, Macy and Linda. Very high quality fiber animals, and they're also very nice and helpful, and we love Macy and Linda. So we shall see, because this boy that we're looking at, the only reason why we're looking at potentially getting another boy is because he is just drop dead gorgeous. So if you head to our Instagram, you'll see a reel with a picture of him, and Catherine saying to message us and say yes to John, so that I have to say yes to her getting it. But anyway, yeah, so maybe we'll take a trip inside the emu pen. So I do have a full-time job. Both Catherine and I have full-time jobs, but I get to work from home. So I do have some free time, and that also means that I spend an awful lot of time thinking. And so when we have projects like this, like the emu pen or even the chicken village or whatever I have, I spend a lot of my free time, or, you know, if I'm just doing sort of a monotonous task at work, I just think about it, and I think about how I'm going to do it. And so I've thought about this project an awful lot. Hello, emos. Hey. These guys are so cool. So here's what their house looks like from the inside. So you can see it does stand up quite a bit on this side. What do you guys think? What do you think, huh? What should we do about this? So I don't know. You know, I also thought that I would be able to just, rather than like resetting the slabs in between these 2 slabs, I would be able to just stick them on top. But maybe that's part of the problem. Well, I mean, it definitely is part of the problem. So so this side would need to go up a little bit to be level with the back. But so if I just drop this down to the same height, that'll make a big difference. So yeah, I guess, okay, maybe I don't need to rethink this whole thing. Maybe I just need to, well, I need to rethink what I'm doing. Anyway, well, I probably have some time anyway between when I'm going to build this, or when I'm going to finish this anyway. But yeah, I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do, but I will have to figure it out. So, all right. So maybe what I should actually do, so instead of having this slab right here, sit on top of these two back slabs. I'll do what I did with the other one and just sort of lower it down. And I think it definitely will still be higher off the ground than the alpaca barn that you can see over my shoulder there, but it won't be this high. And then I can bring in some wood chips and fill this in, and, you know, we can put some welded wire on the bottom. You know, at this point, I'm not really worried about anything coming in and taking the emus out. They are plenty strong, and when they see something they don't like, they stand up real tall and they kick and jump and run around. So, you know, like we had a problem with the predators and peacocks. I do not think we're gonna have the same problem with the emus. But anyway, all right, so I think that's gonna be my plan. I appreciate you guys coming on this thought journey with me. All right, so took some time and leveled out these side slabs and cut them down, and it's actually looking pretty good. I feel a lot better about this build. And with all the wood chips I dumped down here, which was like 4 yards worth, you never would have known how off grade this is. But anyway, so this is pretty good. Whew. Glad I got this done and settled. So now the only thing that's left is to actually build the barn itself. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna get started on that in the next couple of days, because this weekend is actually our first craft show of the year, and it's the local one, so it's a big one. Won't get anything done on that this weekend, and then the next weekend we have one other craft show, but I'm off on Sunday, so maybe I'll get started on that then. Thank you guys very much for watching this video. Really appreciate it. Please give us a like, leave us a comment, let us know what you're thinking. As always, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.